welcome to our channel. On a stormy night that is no different from a nightmare, the Dupree mansion appears with deep darkness, where all the superficial luxury hides the darkest pieces of horror. Nicole walks into the study to find work documents, not knowing that this ordinary moment is about to turn her into a witness of a cold-blooded conspiracy. The yellow light falls on the dark wooden table, highlighting the files, but it is the whispering sounds, the low but cold voices of Ted and Anita that make her heart stop for a moment. Nicole stands behind the half-open door, each fragmented sentence she hears gradually pieced together into a horrifying picture. Ted and Anita are planning to eliminate Leslie, the woman who has been stirring up the Dupree family all this time. Ted talked about a perfectly staged accident where no one suspected anything, everything was covered up. While Anita, with a cold gaze and a determined expression, just nodded in agreement as if everything had been decided long ago. Nicole felt cold sweat running down her spine, her heart pounding, every breath was held back by a mixture of fear and resentment, realizing the cruel truth. The family she had trusted for so long was not only a lie but also a danger to her life. Before she could figure out her steps, Nicole accidentally dropped the file in her hand. The sound of paper echoed in the quiet room, breaking the terrifying silence, causing Ted and Anita's eyes to immediately darken, sparkling with deadly suspicion. In that moment, Nicole realized that she was no longer an outsider but had become the next target, and every passing second could be the turning point leading to disaster. The rainstorm outside seemed to resonate with her pounding heartbeat. Each drop falling on the window made the space tremble, emphasizing the sense of approaching danger. Nicole quickly gathered clues from the conversation she had just witnessed, remembering every detail of Ted's description of the accident and Anita's cold, approving gaze, imagining the criminal plan gradually taking shape. The constant tension pushed her into a state of both fear and determination, because every passing moment was a step closer to danger if she was not fully prepared. Every thought revolved around how to collect evidence, warn Leslie, and turn the situation around without exposing herself, while protecting her own life. Nicole retreated deftly, step by step, quietly leaving the study, but her mind kept returning to the image of Ted and Anita, two ghosts standing under the yellow light, exchanging cruel plans with cold and fierce eyes. She knew that she could not hesitate to act. The plot to kill Leslie was not only a personal danger but also a manifestation of the moral breakdown within the Dupree family, which could have unpredictable consequences. The storm outside only added to the chaos in Nicole's mind. Each thunderclap seemed to emphasize the determination in her heart, turning the dark night into a stage of calculating steps, where life and death were only a thin line apart. Alertness, intelligence and determination became vital weapons, helping Nicole control her fear and plan a counterattack. She knew that if she wanted to survive and protect Leslie, she had to take advantage of every advantage, observe every detail, every gesture, and turn Ted and Anita's dark plot into an opportunity to turn the situation around. Not stopping at observing, Nicole began to secretly collect evidence, observing every move and action of Ted and Anita, recording every suspicious detail in her own file. She realized that every action had to be prepared in advance, from choosing the secret time to warn Leslie, to connecting with people who could support, and finding ways to keep herself safe. The outside world seemed to reflect her inner troubles. The rainstorm was pounding, the wind was whistling through the cracks of the door, and the thunder and lightning were flashing. All of which seemed to emphasize the dangerous rhythm of life, while simultaneously fueling her determination to fight against Ted and Anita's plot. Nicole was no longer a harmless bystander, but became the center of a tense battle of wits, where every small action could change the fate of the entire Dupree family. The next day, Nicole maintained her normal appearance, but inside, she lived in two parallel worlds. A world of silence and pretense in front of everyone, a dangerous world of deadly plans and unknown fears. She began to review every piece of information, analyze the weaknesses in Ted and Anita's plan, imagine every possible scenario, and prepare a counter-strategy. Every step was carefully calculated, from secretly monitoring Ted and Anita's conversations, recording important evidence, to establishing external links that could help her counterattack. Nicole knew that she could not act rashly, but she could not hesitate either, because any mistake could cost her life. As the rainy night continued to drag on, Nicole decided that she would not wait any longer. She held the file tightly, and walked silently step by step towards the place where Ted and Anita planned to carry out their plot, preparing to face directly those who had dared to plan to harm people. In the storm, thunder and lightning seemed to illuminate the path, the strong winds seemed to emphasize the rapid heartbeat, and Nicole clearly felt every beat of life rushing towards her as the final test. She knew that this was the decisive moment, where courage, intelligence and determination would decide everything, not only for Leslie but also for herself and the future of the Dupree family. Every step was calculated, every gaze was observed, and the cruel plot was about to be exposed under the light of justice. The stormy night still did not stop, but Nicole was ready. She stood in the middle of the rain, thunder and lightning and howling wind, with the determination not to falter. Ted and Anita's plot would be exposed, and her next steps would decide the fate of all. The tension and danger reached their peak, every moment is breathtaking. But Nicole does not back down. She becomes the center of a dramatic battle for survival, where justice and courage are the only things that can fight against darkness and death. If you want to continue following the dramatic developments, shocking twists and breathtaking mind games, follow and subscribe to our channel so you do not miss any details, because the story is long and will be even more shocking than everything you have just witnessed.